Alrighty, I think I'm good and live. How's it going, everybody? My name is Sinikle and welcome to a Fata Morgana stream. I'm gonna take a sip of water because I'm already thirsty as fuck. Nice and refreshing. Water, that is. Anyways. Alright. So, if you have not watched my previous stream, which was a test stream and also a fun little tier list making stream, fun stuff. This is also gonna be a short one. I'm gonna try and push for an hour, maybe a little bit more, but we'll see how I feel because right now I haven't taken any painkillers and it's a little withstanding, but we'll see how I feel after a little bit. But yeah, Fata Morgana. We're here, we're live, and we're gonna kill it. What? I hope the music isn't too loud. I had to boost it because it's a different music from my first choice in my previous stream. So it was a different audio level as well. The volume wasn't correct. So hopefully the music is it's hearable, right? You can hear the music, I hope. At least you can hear it over me. Or if you can't, then I'm sorry. I tried to do a test stream before this one, but well, but yeah, if you're wondering about the thumbnail, as I have stated in my post not long ago, it's just gonna be a placeholder until after the stream, which then I can make a proper thumbnail and then post it for this video here after it becomes a video after the stream ends. YouTube is very, very weird about its streams and whatnot. But we're doing it live and in color. Always been in color. I don't know why I said that. I'm weird. Okay, so the house in Fata Morgana. Last time we left off, by the way, if you want to watch it, then rather hearing my recap, link to the playlist will be down in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. But without further ado, let me... Oh, shoot. I almost forgot. Let me bring up the chat on my OBS because I would love to hear anyone talking in the chat while I'm going on rambling and saying words that pop up on my screen. 3 minutes in, almost 4, and I'm this is a mess. But I'm having fun. It doesn't matter. I think, yeah, so playlist, I got that done and over, said and done with. Recap, that's right. Okay. So recap from last time, last video. Again, things happened. Michael has delved deeper into the abyss. We are now seeing his, should we say, origins before he was outcasted. So we're seeing new characters, I believe. We're about to see that, right? I think he was, yeah, because we just went. Okay, yeah, we went through the. Okay, we went through the door. I don't remember what happened last time. I'm gonna be completely honest. I did a recording, and well, I said fuck it, and I said I'll stream it instead. So I got rid of that recording, and here I am. That's all. I am a mess. Oh boy. My cat's sick, so now she's meowing at me, wanting me to help her out, but I can't. The poor kitty. He's just gonna have to get done over him being sick. I hate being sick as well, Cat. I know how you feel. I don't even remember what happened before then. I'm gonna be completely honest. Alright, I'm done explaining shit. I'm pretty sure you're all tired of hearing me ramble on. So let's go ahead and switch on over. I'm gonna shut off the music because I have decided that we don't need that music because we got music from the game itself anyways. So let's go ahead and load up our save. By the way, the previous video had lovely comments, such as the correct ways to pronounce the names of said Mikkel or Michael or Michelle or what the fuck ever. I really don't mind it, but apparently some people want it pronounced a different way, which I'm okay with. Oh, holy Lord. So, here we are. So I'm going to try to remember to pronounce the names as they should be, which is in French, which, if it's the girl version of the name Michelle, then that's just how it is. Michelle in French. But if it's pronounced the male gender way, it's pronounced Mikkel. Very weird. I'm gonna throw this, like, I'm gonna screw up. Okay, I'm gonna screw up. I'm gonna try my best, but I'm gonna screw up. Alright? So please be understanding. Anyway, enough rambling. Everything else should be good, right? Yeah, I don't have the music playing. Do I? No, I don't. Okay, good. Yeah, it's just a game audio. Yeah, okay. We're good. Whew. What voice should I be? I'll just use my normal voice that I've been using. You know, this one. There were two things out of the ordinary about that baby. The first, its parents embraced, and the second, they wholly rejected. Although, it was some time before the baby's second peculiarity emerged. And until it finally did, no one was any the wiser. Not even the child itself. Its mother surely enjoyed that brief period of happiness. Really now, mother dearest, do you dislike what I've become? How dare you? Before her child finally realized the truth. Yeah, what's the truth? Blind to the fact that the moment it had let out its first cry, everything came crashing down. To this day, she still doesn't know the child she gave birth to. That she set loose a curse upon the world. That's a little harsh. Damn. A curse that turned angels into demons, humans into witches. Really now? Really? Really now? Antonin, the little rapist asshole. Alright. My god, look at that. She's beautiful, isn't she? Have you seen her laugh? Not yet, I haven't. At any rate, that color certainly is something else. God's gift to us. No, she's an angel sent from heaven. An angel? Ah, yes, I can see it now, lady. I butchered that a lot. Right? I butchered it? Yep. Okay. I'm gonna butcher a lot of names, I'm sorry. Her white hair and almost translucent skin, it's beautiful. Ah, she opened her eyes. Maybe she felt you nearby. Do you like your father more than me? Is that it, sweetheart? Gorgeous, aren't they? Such a deep, enchanting color. Like 2 little jewels. Ah, that they are. A magnificent shade of red. I've never seen anything like it. And this is our child. She's special. I can feel it. We have to take good care of her. You did not like that. She needs a name. One that's just as special as her. Have you already chosen, Antonin? You're the one begging for a girl. You do it. Besides, I already have to rack my brain for the boys' names. Now it's your turn. Are you really going to let me? My, that's quite a lot of pressure. Name her after being an angel, then. Oh, I like that. Alright, then. We'll call her Michelle, after the Archangel Michael. There we go. I tried my best. I remembered that time, but will I remember the rest of the times? We'll see. She'll grow up to be as beautiful as an angel. My Michelle. I've always wanted a little girl. With her snowy white hair, skin so pale you could see the veins beneath it, and her ruby red eyes. She was a very peculiar-looking little girl, and her mother showered her with love. She truly believed her daughter was an angel sent from above, born as a human child. The blessed babe, born a girl, was given an angel's name. Michelle. Me. Ooh, portraits. Alright. Checkmate. Okay, so I'm throwing a curveball here because I don't know how to pronounce this. But I'm gonna try. And is it Didier? I could look it up. Let's try it. Let's look it up. This is what I like about doing it live. We're doing it live and in person. That was horrible. What are these people pronouncing these names? What the fuck? Maybe this one. Didier? Okay, that's tough for me. That is difficult for me to do. Holy crap. Didier. Okay. Gah. I see. That's what you did. Curses. I completely overlooked that. I thought you were advancing with your pawns, but that was all a diversion. You're too short-sighted, Didier. You need to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes it's the tactician and not the soldier holding the sword. You got me. You are quite good at this, Michelle. What inspired you to take such an aggressive strategy? It was not inspiration. It was... How do you say this? Derivation? Derivation. Chess is in many ways similar to real war tactics. Ah, my military texts. You haven't read all of them, have you? I have nothing but time. Impressive. Even I haven't read all the books in my room. You planning to join the order with that kind of knowledge? You jest. You're the one who's going to be the knight, Didier. Haha, that I am. War is the men's job, after all. I want you to be there to welcome me home. George! Alright, we got a George here. Didier! Oh, Didier! I'm in a bit of a bind to cut... Oh. Hello there, Michelle. I didn't know you were home, George. Just got back, yep. Oh, playing chess again, are ya? Let's see, what do we have here? Get away from the board! Yikes, you got trounced, huh? And you call yourself her big brother. As if you're any better. That's not funny, George. I cannot approve of someone who can't keep up with the flow of battle becoming a knight. Given our family's rank, you would eventually be put in charge of other soldiers. What? Are you worried about me? Wait, I could have sworn she said George, right? Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I read this, right? Yeah, I did. No, I'm saying... I've been blessed with such a caring sister. But fear not. I have a guardian angel after all. Get it? Get it? Because her name? Where's the logic in that? Sorry to interrupt your moment, but does nobody listen to me? Nope. Now, don't pout. So what seems to be the problem, George? Ah, yes, listen to this. The royal court is holding a swordsmanship show, and for some reason I was selected to participate. How unfortunate for you. I can already see you on the ground, sobbing. Hey now, that's just mean. Besides, my hands weren't meant to hold a sword. Look at these dainty fingers. They're covered in calluses. Dainty calluses! Tell me, why would they have an artiste sword fight? That's the whole point, I would think. No need to get so worked up. No one's expecting you to win. Maybe not, but we do have a name to worry about. Ah, yes, the family names. Those were the big deal back then. Being a noble and sorts. And you know what that means, don't you? I'm going to lose, that's a given. But I want to do it in style. I feel bad for your sword. Oh, don't be like that. Now come on, time's a-wasting. To the courtyard we go. Just so you know, if I train you, I'm going to train you right. All I want to know is how to look good. What is it, Michelle? May I watch? Fine with me, but you know you can't go outside. I'll be watching from the hall. I can open one of the windows facing the courtyard. Still, you need to be careful. You can't spend too much time in the sun. I know. Jesus Christ, give her some room. God damn. I had two older brothers. The eldest, Didier, belonged to an order of knights that served the church. And below him was George, who served as a court artiste. He was, in all likelihood, who would inherit the family estate, as knights were not formally allowed to own property. Nevertheless, the Bollinger family name was upheld by Didier. And then there was me, the youngest, the only daughter. Physically, I was not in particularly good health. Because of the color of my skin, I was hypersensitive to sunlight. I rarely left the estate. My world was contained entirely within these walls, and perhaps out of some sense of pity or compassion, my two brothers spent a good deal of time with me. Didier played chess with me, and George taught me how to draw. And among other things, they taught me how to read and write. For a girl, I was incredibly fortunate. The one time I wasn't allowed to do, though, was hold a sword. While Hardly anything unusual, it bothered me deeply. And it had for as long as I could remember. If I had been told I couldn't do it because I lacked the strength, I probably would have accepted it. But the reason given was not that I was weak, but that I was a girl. And with each passing year, that smoldering frustration in the back of my heart grew larger. Oh, shit! Damn, that was loud. Oh, shit. Come on, put your back into it. Like I said, all I want is to put on a good show. Oh, you'll put on quite a show, that's for sure. Unless you learn how to swing that sword properly. Give me a break. Out in the garden, my two brothers traded swings bare-chested. Bare-chested and all sweaty. All I could do, though, was observe from afar. And every time I found myself forced to watch, I felt a sharp pain, like a needle piercing my chest. A needle that seemed to be growing even thicker. My mother and my brothers loved me dearly, but that didn't change the fact that the outside world lay beyond my reach. I was trapped within the estate by my own body. At first I thought that was the root of my pain, but the answer seemed to contradict something inside me, something I couldn't explain, something I couldn't ignore even as a child. So I searched within myself, trying to find an explanation for the constantly swelling sensation of wrongness inside me. Some people even face this to this very day. Day after day, I gazed into the cavern of my own heart. My. Now what are the two of them doing out there? George was asked to do a swordsmanship show at the royal court, so Didier is helping him. Swordsmanship? Oh, I just can't stand those shows. Blades are so dangerous. I can't watch people swinging them at each other. Wanted to say something, but she held her tongue. Speaking of tongues, mine's getting a little dry. Refreshment? Why don't you come back to your room with me, Michelle? I would love to teach you how to sew. Oh God, shut up. Is that all women are good for back then? Is cooking and sewing and all that bullshit? It's one of the many great things about living in this day and age is that. But Mom, I want to watch them practice. Michelle. First of all, you need to watch how you speak, young lady. Oh, fuck you. You do not call me Mom, you call me Mother. Okay, Mother. Fuck you. Alright? I may have a body of a woman, but I am a man at heart, and I will swing a blade, and I will speak like this, and you will accept it, or else. Do you understand me? Oh, shit. Anyway, theatrics aside. Well, my own theatrics. This is what happens when you spend too much time around boys. As a mother, I don't approve of you playing chess or making art. A woman has no need for such skills. Excuse me? They will only make you look insolent. But I want you to grow up to be a respectable woman. That is my job and my dream as your mother. Screw you, Mom! Ah! See that? No mother around here. Mom! Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Now, come. Huh? What was that? I would rather you looked at some fine embroidery with me than a couple of sweaty men. But, I want to look at sweaty men. What's wrong with that? I'm a woman. I want to look at sweaty men. God damn it. What's wrong with that, man? Please. Yes, mother. You are my little girl after all. Shove that up your ass. Spending time with my mother was agonizing. From that to this, I love it. Was it because her world was so isolated? No, that wasn't it. Her gentle voice, the sweet scent of her perfume, the way she constantly told me how much she loved me, and her... what the fuck is this word? Diatribes? I think I butchered it. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. About how wonderful it was to be a girl. Everything she did put so much pressure on me. But above all, she loved to say, "You are my little girl after all." And there was nothing strange about that at all. No, absolutely nothing. Even though I feel like a man, and I want to do manly things, I don't like doing this girly, prissy bullshit. Alright, sorry. I had to get it out again. Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw the daughter of a noble. That was who I was. So the only thing wrong was how I felt. But every time I was faced with the reality of who I was, my heart wavered. I had no interest in learning to embroider. I didn't understand why that was necessary. I knew what purpose it served. Everything she taught me I would need when I was wed off to some noble boy, and it was my responsibility to learn those things. It didn't feel right, though. I couldn't even accept the fact that one day I would be married off. It was but an ominous shadow lurking in my future. I would have preferred ravaging the books in Didier's room than having a conversation with my mother. Tales of heroes of old and dauntless soldiers. Military texts written by tacticians in the mists of war. Thinking about them set my heart aflutter and made me think about my brother. He was training to be a knight. I envisioned armor flecked with rust, a long sword glimmering with the blood of savages. Not of savages? Soon I found myself in my fantasies, imagining how the sword would feel in my hands. The sensation of the hilt beneath my fingers, swinging it gallantly, like my brother. How heavy was it? How much muscle would I need to carry it? How much impact would I feel in my very own hands when I struck something? How restricted would my vision be wearing a helmet? How much did it weigh? How hot was it inside? Steaming hot. In armor? Back then? Oh yeah. I had no way of answering any of those questions, though. George? Kill me now. I have some cloth, if you'd like to wipe yourself off. Oh yeah, thanks. Ugh, I'm so dead. You were at it for a long time. I've never known D to half-ass something once he gets started. Which I guess it is what makes him a knight material. But are you opposed to him becoming a knight? Well, you know, I'm kinda assumed he'd inherit the estate and handle taking care of everything. So it's like, why has he gotta go and be some priest's whipping boy? Don't tell him I said that, though. He wants to fight for the greater good. I don't know. Despite the name, he wouldn't be doing much fighting himself. Anywho, someone as passionate as him might be able to make changes for the better. Changes? He knows what condition the order is in. That's why he's joining. Figure he wants to whip him into shape, melt him down, and reforge the whole thing. Huh. So he might be able to change things. What? What are you muttering about, Michelle? Hey, whoa, hold it! The pain I felt in my chest when I smelled the sweat emanating from George's body when I looked at his slender but distinctly male build. What the fuck? I was convinced it was admiration. Did I want to become a knight too? Maybe the discomfort I felt was because I wanted to be like him. Would it all go away if he were able to change the rules and I could join the order as well? I was positive it would. So he thinks the pain in his chest is because he deep down wants to become a knight. Nah, that's not it. Nah, that's not it at all. Sag. Didier. Michelle, hold on. You can't come barging into my room unannounced. I'm trying to change. We need to talk. I said stop. You're a girl. You can't just walk in on a man when he's changing. I see no reason for you to be so self-conscious. Listen to me, Michelle. George tells me you're planning to overhaul the order. He told you that? No, I hardly have such grand aspirations. Don't be coy. I believe you have what it takes to do it, Didier. Well, what's gotten into you? You are unusually fiery today. I want to ask you a favor. When you have enough influence in the order, I would like you to make me a knight too. You what? I'm tired of the way Mother treats me. Always saying I can't do this or do that because I'm a girl. I want to learn how to swing a sword. I don't want to do embroidery. I don't care about jewelry or fancy clothing. Michelle, what's gotten into you? I'm so much more interested in the world you live in, Didier. So please. Well, I'll be. I suppose we must have let ourselves spend too much time with you. Not you two. Oh, that's exactly what Mother said. First of all, Michelle, you don't have the strength to hold a sword. Then I'll train until I do. And if that doesn't work, I still have my mind. You know good and well I could. People are not chess pieces, Michelle. But Didier, but above all, you are missing the most important point. I will not, for any reason, become the kind of man who makes a woman take up a sword. Didier, this may seem normal to you growing up with two brothers. But I want you to listen to me, Michelle. Men and women walk different paths. Men wield swords and fight against dangerous enemies. And they do so to protect the weak, women and children. I am here to protect you and your mother. You are no different than her. You don't treat me any different than her. Honestly, what's gotten into you, Michelle? Why wouldn't I treat you like a daughter of the Billinger estate? Your brother and I, we never meant to make you think. Forget it. What? I'm sorry. I knew what I was asking was foolish. Oh? But I thought you would at least understand how I feel. Even just a little bit. What was I expecting him to understand, though? Even I didn't understand the things I felt. I wanted to know what had gotten into me, far more than he did. What I had done was no better than throw a temper tantrum, like a little brat. Was I that desperate to become a knight? No. I had just thought that the key to the chains of my heart lay down that road. But ultimately, there was nothing. Assuming Dedia had agreed, and assuming I did become a knight, it wouldn't do anything for the core problem deep down. As I dashed from my brother's room, I snuck a peek at him. His face was filled with an intense perplexity. And how could I blame him? I had tried to push a dozen different ideals onto him at once. Filled myself with a vain hope that he would somehow be able to make sense of me when I couldn't even make sense of myself. And now, bubbling with unwarranted anger at being let down, I fled to my own bedchambers. I can only imagine how frustrating that must have been for him. My god, allergy seasons are kicking my ass. My eyes! Ah! It was the spring of my 14th year. Okay. Heavy clouds filled the sky, blocking out the sun and giving the impression of late evening. All throughout the day. I, for one, preferred it when the sun wasn't out. Not that sunlight would kill me, but if it was bright enough, the whole world was so white I could hardly see a thing. Which meant I could only go outside on days when the weather made most everyone as gloomy. Cloudy days. I love those cloudy days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like sunny days as well, but it's just that I prefer cloudy days. So, a little something in common with the main character. As I was meandering through the courtyard. Okay, hello. I spotted someone I had never seen before, which, by the way, I need to save. How the fuck do you say that word? Halcyon? Halcyon days? Halcyon? This is supposed to be French, right? So maybe, Halcyon? Halcyon? No idea. Okay, anyway. I read that already. A warm breeze blew past, sending up a swirl of flower petals. The girl's dress hung lightly over her frame, tracing her gentle curves. Who are you? I asked bluntly, and the girl twirled around, smiling. My apologies, you just have a beautiful courtyard here. I let myself in for a little walk. Long chestnut hair flowed over around feminine shoulders. It swayed slightly in the wind. The cloud of melancholy dissipated in the light of her smile. You must be Michelle. You are just as pretty as I heard. And you are... My name is Amy. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Holy shit, the music is loud in my ears. I think I could change that just by doing this on my end. Hopefully it doesn't change anything for the stream, though. Because if it does, I'm going to be very sad. Finally, meet me. What was she talking about? Oh, whoops. I wasn't even clicked into the fucking... God damn it. I'm stupid. Anyway. As I stood there baffled by the strange woman, she stepped towards me, kissing me softly on the cheek. Okay, there's a thing called boundaries here, please. Please. I'm thrilled to make your acquaintance, Michelle. Her voice was like someone pouring honey into my ear. Electrifyingly sweet. I'm George's fiance. Oh, well. And it also stuck another needle into my chest. Wait, what? Why? Wait, what? Why would that stick a needle into her chest? That's weird. She was a noble girl by the name of Amy Jobert. Though only 15, she was the very image of refined, polished to shine. No one had told me my brother was to be married. It came out of nowhere, and it seemed I was the only one who didn't know. That evening, when the family gathered around the table for supper, Amy was there too. And they prepared an extravagant feast for the occasion. My father, Antonin. I wanted to say something right there, but I held myself. Because at this point, he doesn't know. Well, she. Anyways. But he prefers he, which we find out later, but... It's a past tense type thing. Leave me alone. I'll start over. My father, Antonin, looked so proud of his two boys, Didier, soon to receive his assignment, and George, soon to be wed. The banquet proceeded smoothly. Not a doubt in the air that we were a happy family. But my mind was elsewhere. I found myself unconsciously chasing Amy with my eyes. Excuse me, what? Watching the way those slender fingers gripped her spoon, her full lips parting to allow a piece of fruit in, her deep red tongue. Wait, what? Hold up. Hold the phone. Why are we going deep into this? I don't like it. Visible for but the briefest of moments. The way all the muscles in her face seemed to relax in bliss as sweet juices seeped into her mouth. Oh, okay. I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable here. Please stop it. The way she spoke, so soft and gentle, letting each sound hang in the air just briefly before intoning the text. What the fuck did I just say? I don't know. Alright. She was distinctly feminine, in a different way than my mother. Apparently, Amy was going to be living at the Bollinger estate for some time. Oh, well. Mother was pleased to have another girl around. Or, more specifically, she was relieved to have found someone other than my brothers for me to spend time with. I had assumed I would hate being around another girl. Surely she wouldn't be able to play chess after all. But for some reason, I felt much less suffocated around her than my mother. Well, you preferred her company. One night, Amy's family and an array of nobles from both houses, social circles, assembled at the estate for a party. That was a mouthful. A din the likes of which I had never heard of in my life filled the great hall. Everywhere I looked, there were people. Why was it like that? It gave me the sense of Sunday. Son of a bitch. Servants scrambled every which way. Silverware changed. No, that's not an H. Silverware clanged against the dishes in an almost constant hum. Voices from all directions. I felt moderately ill. I get overwhelmed by many voices sometimes too. Damn, I'm connecting a lot with this guy. What the fuck? Anyway. Mikkel, why? Okay. Hey D, I feel like we are critically short on waiters. This doesn't look good for us. And who was that who went about inviting everyone who he came across again? Who are those people? They are artists like me. I met them at the court. Let's see, we have some painters, composers, sculptors, troubadours, poets, writers, you name it. None of them have any connection to the Joberts or Bollingers. Sure they do, they're my friends. And you know, this is me and Amy's party. You can play with your friends elsewhere. I hope you realize we have a reputation to uphold. Off in one corner, several men, presumably George's friends, gathered in a circle. They stood out from the other aristocrats, both in appearance and the air they gave off. The clothes they wore, the embroidery hidden beneath their jacket cuffs. Their manner of speech, the way they held themselves. They were, simply put, a far cry from the hard-headed Didier's ideal party guests. Even watching them from afar, it was clear my two brothers ran in very different crowds. The only reason headstrong Didier and free-spirited George were able to get along at all was because they were brothers. I feel like that wouldn't need to be said, because it's already very clear and well known that they are brothers. But alright. Whatever. If they had been strangers, I doubt their paths would cross much. And if they did, those intersections, would be quite rocky. Okay. Hey, come here, guys! George's shouting voice pulled my preoccupied mind back to the surface. He summoned his friends, then led them to where I stood. What are you doing hiding in the corner, Michelle? I didn't even notice you. Allow me to introduce you to a few of my friends. Oh, God. No, George put his hands on my shoulder, peeling me off the wall and standing me in front of his male friends. Oh, God. This is awkward. Socializing was the last thing on my mind. I searched for Didier, hoping he would come to my rescue, but he was off trading pleasantries, facing away from me. This is my baby sister, Michelle. Be nice. George, I don't... Graces, your skin is even more pale than I imagined. It's like something out of a fairy tale. And why have you never brought her with you to the... What? Oh, this is not... I thought this was George talking. No, but just labeled man. I love that. Let me try that again then, shall we? Graces, your skin is even more pale than I imagined. It's like something out of a fairy tale. And why have you never brought her with you to the court? Should be a sure hit. Oh, I'm sure she will. Back off. And how old are you now? 12, mayhap. Mayhap! My God, I gotta remember, this is back in, like, what? 1,000 years? Oh my God. Ah! Can we go back to now, this is 2023, man, please. Perhaps. Mayhap. Anyway, sorry. Now, don't treat the lady like a child. I'll have you know she's 14. All the more reason she should be out there making friends. The whole court would flip if they knew you had such a gorgeous sister, George. Don't be a brute, my man. Our little angel has to be kept inside for personal reasons. Uh-oh, sounds like I haven't been showing the lady her due respect. I've yet to even properly introduce myself. How rude indeed. Oh God, I hate the way they talk. I hate the way they talk, man. God damn. Their laughs grated on my nerves. I'm with you. and so did the way George spoke, as though I was his property. Man, times back then were so tough. I'm glad to be in this day and age. Jeez. No matter what sex I am, it's gotta be worse. It's worse back then, definitely. Anyways, continuing on. They looked as though they were appraising me, which made me sick to my stomach. I had been paying enough attention to notice the man who had asked if I was 12, and the rest of them too, examining me from head to toe in search of curves. Yikes. I was indeed underdeveloped for 14. But what did that matter? I didn't want a body shaped like Amy's or my mother's. Now then, milady, a proper greeting. The man got down on one knee before me. Oh my god. Cringe? No, please. Not this. Oh, shit. For a split second, I didn't comprehend what he was doing. Go on, Michelle. He's waiting. He whispered into my ear. That was when it all came back to me, the traditional greeting performed between a man and a woman. Ugh. Come on, Michelle. Don't tell me you forgot what to do. I knew. I knew the process. I had that knowledge. Mother had taught me the rules, shown me the procedure. Make it sound like I need to fucking operate on a fucking surgical fucking operating table. Anyway. I was to present my hand to the man for him to kiss. All I had to do was hold out my hand, but I was frozen. My body fought tooth and nail against the simple act. The thought of that man putting his lips on my skin sent a chill through me. Why? Why was this a traditional greeting? Why did I have to go through this? Michelle. But at the sound of George's frantic voice, my arm creaked up from my side. Then I remembered that despite being his friends, they were still nobility. As wanton as his official interactions may have been, he still had a reputation to maintain, and I understood that. I also understood that, as their sister, it was my responsibility not to do anything that might tarnish either of my brothers' names. Also, by tradition, the man wasn't supposed to actually kiss the woman's hand. The proper way to do it required he simply mimic the act, rather than make real contact. That much I could handle. The man kneeling before me gave an uncomfortable chuckle at my reluctance, shrugged, and reverently took my hand in his. And then he pressed his lips firmly against my skin. There was a vaguely warm sensation on the back of my hand for the briefest moment. What do you... Reflexively, I smacked the man's hand away. Oh god, oh yeah, the things are about to get maybe a little bit rocky. Oh god. Oh shit. Did the music stop? Oh no, it didn't. Okay, it just looped around. Okay. I thought something bad was about to happen. Maybe something will. I don't know. George's eyes went wide in horror, and the man gave another playful shrug. I was merely offering you a greeting, milady. Or is even that a new experience to you? Oh, God. Okay, I gotta say this. I love the way that they're visually altering her portrait. Because now she's scowling like she did not like that, which is what she didn't. I love that. I love it. Anyway, sorry. Your innocence is truly precious. I was half a second away from throwing a barrage of insults, but I bit my tongue and stomped off instead. What? Michelle? Hey, come back, Michelle! I had spent all that time, convincing myself I couldn't humiliate my brothers, but now I wouldn't hear a word of it. I had drawn a fair bit of attention, and other people tried to stop me too, but I brushed them all off, marching my way out of the great hall. Get out of my way! I feel so dirty. You call that a greeting? No, that was no greeting, that was... I'll be taking that. I say, practically swiping a glass of water off a passing waiter's tray. Sorry, just imagining that made me laugh. With it, I washed my hand by the window facing the courtyard. But no matter how much water I poured over it, I couldn't erase the sickening sensation of his mouth on my hand. So I rubbed it with my sleeve until my skin was bright red. I wanted to feel something else, anything else, even pain. Think before you act, George. What were you doing inviting people like that into our home? I was angry, and I had every right to be. He had not performed the proper greeting, and even in jest, he had no business actually putting his lips on my hand. It was not acceptable behavior for an aristocrat. He was a guest. He should have been ashamed. Was I angry that he had been disrespectful? No, that wasn't the reason. It was... That wasn't very nice of you, running off like that. At the sound of his voice, I couldn't turn back. I felt a sickening warmth. Almost... Okay. I don't like this. This is not going in the direction I would prefer. No, no, no. Please. Alright, this is getting awkward now. I felt a sickening warmth almost directly against my back. The man from the great hall grabbed me by the wrists, spun me around, and pressed me against the wall. Okay, I don't like this. The bitter scent of wine wafted from above. What the hell are you doing? I tried a second time to get away from him, but that was when reality sunk in. I couldn't do it. All the strength I could muster wasn't enough to make the man's hand budge. My arms were locked in place. God damn it. I didn't think he was especially strong either. He was hardly built like that Didier. And still I couldn't move an inch. You've got a tongue like a boy, milady. But I know some people are fond of that these days. Can't say I mind myself. Let go! Had I always been this feeble? Were my arms truly so worthless I couldn't even escape this brute's grip? Why did I have to get stuck with this body? Some people ask her that. Now, just so we're clear, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm no monster, I promise you that. Then why are you holding me against the wall? Oh, hey, hen, how you doing? That was an ominous message I got before entering chat. What do you mean? What do you mean, ominous message before you entering chat? Did you get an ominous message? I got nothing on my end. Huh. Well, sorry for that weird ominous message. I don't know what it was and what it said, but... Alright. It just popped up for me? Huh. Weird. And why are you holding me against the wall? because I want a chance to try and woo you. I apologize if I made you uncomfortable back there, but the second I laid eyes on you, I knew you were a keeper. Then let go of me! But if I do that, you'll run away. And it's my personal rule to never let go of anything I like. Your brother says you can't go outside. So if I set you loose now, I might never get a chance to catch you again. That's creepy. Alrighty then. I wanted to vomit. Apparently, taking my silence for approval, the man perked up and kept going. If you are not accustomed to being around men, then why not use this as an opportunity to get familiar? Not a half-bad idea, if I do say so myself. And I think we'd get along quite well. Besides, I'm a what now? Minstrel? Spend some time with me and I'll write you all that. Okay. Spend some time with me and I'll write you all the songs you could possibly want. Get away from me! You really do have the most striking eyes. Makes me want to keep them all for myself. That's creepy. No. Could you keep your paws away from me and don't even try to look me in the eyes? Nope. Thank you. Okay. Not my red eyes, please. With a muse like that, I could write the most incredible songs you've ever heard. I said, get back, you creep. Huh, that's odd. That one's never failed me. Well, I'm not like the regular girls around here. That sounds like a weird fetish to have, doesn't it? The man brought his face in just inches from mine and peered into my eyes. I could feel his hot, wine-stenched breath against my cheeks. It gave me the chills. I couldn't understand why this was happening to me. Panic and confusion had my heart racing. Go try your luck with someone else. I am not interested. You will be soon enough, darling. Oh, excuse me, what? You will? You will be? Darling? No. I am a woman, hear me roar. Oh, shit. Bad touch. Bad touch. Brothers, please help. You've simply never known a man's touch. He drew closer. He was already particularly on top of me, but still he closed in. Oh God, no. Closer and closer. The world faded out. I couldn't see anything. I could feel his rising body heat so near it made me nauseous. My eyes flung open, but there was nothing there. I could only feel... What? Wait, what? What's going on? I couldn't move. My body wouldn't budge. In my mind, I kicked the man away, pulled my fist back and slammed it into his jaw. Again and again and again, until his face was unrecognizable. Again and again and again and again, I beat him. But reality would not have none of that. Would have none of that. English. Michelle. Hey, what do you think you're doing? 3 seconds. 10 seconds. Longer. I had no idea how much time I had lost. But the next thing I knew, George had the man by the collar. I fell back against the wall, staring absent-mindedly as the two struggled. They traded blows and they traded insults. Before long, they had drawn a crowd. Oh shit. Wait, I thought we were not in the Great Hall anymore. Oh, what? No, whatever. While they were at it, I distractedly drifted away. Hold up. So the brother that saved you in that moment, You just get up and walk away? Fuck him. Alright. Sure, don't make sure that your brother's okay. Alright. Sure. Shrug. What the fuck? And I only had one place to go. Free boxing match, no way. I know, right? That was a free boxing match we could have watched. It's hard to come by. I don't know how much they charge with UFC and MMAs and whatnot, but probably an arm and a leg. Get it? Get it? Because they use... Okay. Hey, I'm here all night. Okay. I didn't even bother to light a candle. I just stared into the darkness. My heartbeat was maddeningly loud in my otherwise silent chambers. What had happened? What had he done to me? Why couldn't I do anything? The last thing I wanted to do was cry. Tears would only serve to worsen my humiliation. Only magnify how wretched I was. Only make me or feet. I bit down on my lip hard. I had no need for that trash. Wait, what? I bit down on my lip hard. I had no need for that trash on my body? It didn't say that they kissed. Did he plant his lips on mine? Ew, that's... No. No. I dug my nails into my arm. Okay, no, he didn't. Okay. Alright. Never mind. I read a little bit too much into that. I dug my nails into my arms. I had no need for that trash on my body. All of this, every last bit of it. That was why I was the way I was. I didn't know how to put it into words. I didn't know how to express this boundless frustration within me. But after enough wordless groaning, a single word slipped from my lips, and it felt incredibly right. God damn it! I knew good and well a girl should not be using such words. Even Didier and George would have gotten an earful from mother or father if they were to caught them saying that. Regardless, God damn it! It was the most fitting word I could come up with to represent even the smallest bit of my anger and loathing. I knew all I was doing was shifting the blame. That all it would accomplish was making me look pitiful. But I would take that over crying like a girl any day. I let loose a sigh that was halfway to being a scream. That started clawing wildly at my hair. Then I started... Oh my god, wait, what? Oh my god. I wanted to yank out every last damn strand of it. I didn't want it. I didn't want any of it. Any of this body. But in that case, what did I want from my body? Michelle, may I come in? Michelle? It was George's voice, slightly muffled through the door. The man who had invited those people into this house. I would be lying if I said I didn't hold that against him. Michelle. But at the same time, he had also come to my rescue. Besides, I hated myself the most. I despised myself for being so helpless. Man, I feel high tension as if something is about to happen. I mean, I think for now that's as bad as it's gonna get, but tragedy usually unfolds, so maybe. I'm sorry, Michelle. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, portrait again. It's not locked. After a few moments of silence, George stepped into my room. That's not something you should be that's not something you should be saying to your sister, but okay, yeah, sure. Your hair's a mess, Michelle. And my God, you are bleeding. That was when I first noticed the stinging sensation on my lower lip. Yeah, that was me. That's myself. I did that to myself. Ah. A metallic taste spread through my mouth. I had been biting it much harder than I realized, and there was a lot more blood than I expected. A trail of it was running down my chin, seconds from spilling onto my clothes when George swiped it away. I'm really sorry, Michelle. He could be a real ass when he drinks. And he's a bit of a womanizer at that. I never expected he would try to go after you, though. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. But, you know, there's a chance he may have, genuinely taken a liking to you. That just makes it worse. I don't know why I used that one, but oh well. Sorry, you're right. You want to be with a man you like, I understand. Not truly right there, George, but close. He ran his hands through my hair as if trying to calm me down, at the same time cleaning up the mess I had made of it. It made me feel like I was some kind of plaything. A joke of a doll. I don't want to be with anyone. I would never, ever be comfortable with a man putting his hands on me like that. However, I'm sure you'll find someone eventually, Michelle. Someone that feels right for you. I feel kind of awful for introducing you to him, but there are plenty of men in the world. You might not be interested now, but that will change soon. It's part of growing up. You'd be best off forgetting today ever happened. I was dead certain, but apparently that wasn't enough to convince him. The very idea that I might one day meet a man who I wanted to touch made my skin crawl. Why? Why did I feel like this? Was I just not interested in men? No. If that were the case, I wouldn't admire my brothers' bodies. I didn't have an aversion to men. In fact, I enjoyed spending time with my brothers far more than indulging my mother in her woman's world. What I couldn't stand was the particular look men would sometimes give me. But why? Why did I not like that? I had no answer. My thoughts were only going in circles. Are you okay, Michelle? He peered down at me, his face twisted in concern. But I couldn't answer him. How was I supposed to articulate this? My anger, my frustration, my irritation, my fear. I had no confidence he would understand. Oh, Amy's here. George, how's Michelle? Amy's voice came from the doorway. Inexplicably, I felt like someone had stuck their hand in my chest and was now squeezing my heart. Like I had just been caught in a compromising situation by the last person I wanted to see. Yeah, she's doing good, aren't you? Yeah, I'm fine. Weird. Glad to hear it. I was clearly lying, not even looking him in the eyes when I'd said that. But that seemed to have gone over George's head. Amy, on the other hand, you don't look fine at all, she said with a hint of pain in her voice, and then entered the room. How dare you! Get away! How dare you into my holy ground, my bedroom? Actually, I don't know if this is the bedroom. Oh well, whatever. George, Father was asking for you. He said it's time to bring the gathering to a close. You should go get going. What was that? I tripped on my words. You should get going. I'll stay here with her. Oh shit, that's funny. Oh, is he? Alright then. Sounds good. Once the sound of George's footsteps had faded into nothing, Amy took a seat beside me and, without warning, wrapped her arms around my shoulders. It's much better to talk to another girl at times like this. My heart leapt into my throat. But beyond my shock, I also found myself welcoming the warmth. It was pleasant, unlike the man's. That must have been terrifying. But don't worry, you're safe now. It wasn't really... No need to pretend, sweetie. If a man had me pinned against a wall, I'd be scared too. I meant it. I wasn't scared. I'm just disappointed in myself. Alright, I believe you. You are a strong girl, Michelle. There aren't many who wouldn't have been scared. I'll be sure to give George a stern talking to about his choice of friends. I mean, you can give him a stern talking to, but I mean, who he makes friends with is up to him, you know? Wait, huh? Excuse me? Oh my god, hen, what? Wait, did I read that last bit? Oh god, oh god! Something I learned today is that he's somewhat of a pushover. A little rude, alright. You're a lot more tenacious than I thought. As a woman in this world, I have to be. You have to be, excuse me. And if you're not, well, you'll figure it out soon enough, Michelle. Of course, even as strong as you are, I'm sure it'll be difficult to forget what happened to you today. George had told me to forget it as soon as possible, but Amy that I wouldn't be able to. Was it the difference in their individual perspectives, or was it that the difference between the way men and women thought? I wasn't sure. As my head rested against her breast, a bit of my frustration slipped out. I couldn't move my arms at all. He didn't even seem all that strong. I couldn't believe that I was really so weak. That's just the way the world is, Michelle. Men are physically stronger than women, so you'll almost never overpower one. You are not any weaker than a normal girl. Don't blame yourself. Though it wasn't the consolation that I had hoped for, her words still filled me with warmth. I had exploited my own weakness to hear more of that soothing voice. And I alone knew how foolish I was in doing so. Wait, what? Why? What do you mean by that? Alright. Ah! Oh, it's still in that chapter, huh? Alright. I think I'll end it here for now. Pain's kicking in a little bit, so I need to go take some medicine for that. And it's been a little bit more than an hour, and I'm fumbling a lot right now, so I'm gonna end it here. It's a good starting point. Hopefully soon I can do longer streams, but for now it's a good starting point. Stick around for an hour or two. Thanks for joining in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Got through some stuff. Oops, wrong click of the button. Need to return to the title. There we go. We got through quite a bit. Some of the stuff I've already gone through because, well, I explained myself earlier, but... You gotta start off somewhere again. Yeah. Anyways, what was I gonna say? All right. Again, I'm still not gonna schedule my future streams, but I will let you all know next time ahead of time by a couple of hours. This time, today, I was a little bit early because I just wanted to get it done and over with. But next time, I'll give a proper few hours notice. And yeah, we didn't really get that much through today. We were introduced to his brothers, or her brothers, excuse me. Their names, though, are those French names? I think George is a French name, is it? I don't. Didier, I'm pretty sure is, but George, I don't know. But interesting nonetheless. And the way she's acting towards one of the two brothers, I don't know what exactly it is. I have a feeling I know what it is, of what she's kind of torn between in her heart, but we'll see. We'll see next time. We'll see next time. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I gotta go take my meds. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video or stream if you're here live. I gotta make my thumbnail as well, so I'll do that real quick. I think I have everything set up to do it real quick. I'll get the thumbnail up and ready. And yeah, I'll see you all next time for the next stream. I don't know when that will be. Probably tomorrow or Wednesday. Again, I don't know. But I'm going to try and do as much streams as I possibly can. They're going to be pretty late, though. I did it a little bit earlier today, but thank you for the stream. You're welcome. I really do like streaming, even though it kind of it racks my nerves a little bit because every time I come back, something happens and I have to stop. But then I feel like streaming again, so I start my streaming again. It's a lot of back and forth, but I really do like streaming. Pretty fun. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. I should have put my music on. Kind of forgot to do that. Sorry about that. All you've been listening to is me rambling on. Oh my god. See, I gotta get used to this. I'm not used to streaming, so I've forgotten to put the music back on. Oh crap. Sorry about that. Oh well, I'll try to remember for next time. Anyways, I'm done rambling. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.